Hello, welcome back. This one should be quite a short turn. First things first, I empowered someone in death. This is one of those little death guys that I have. I empowered him up to 2. Also forged a crystal matrix. I don't think I mentioned either of those things last turn. But the idea is just that I can put him into a communion and he can do all the death stuff. Including Wailing Winds if I ever get that. I don't think I can cast it yet though. Yep, but we have that now. But I thought I might as well use the death gems for something, and that seems like a pretty good use for them. Cast Dark Knowledge, no sites were found. Took control of Millgate, that was the province that the pan was in. Then we attacked the throne. This is the Fire Snake throne. I was hoping we might luckily charm a Sphinx or something, that would have been cool. Let's see how it went then. Lots of buffs as usual. Everything routes pretty quickly. We did lose some units. We lost 10 of our unicorns, unfortunately, and 15 knights. But that's all. So not too bad. So what throne did we get, do you think? Of course. The Throne of Misfortune, of course. How could it be anything but? Claim it and you get Dominion gets Misfortune, which isn't too bad for us because we do have luck 3, I suppose. And 4 pearls. All pretty much useless. Also increases misfortune in the province. Events, Emerald Lake gained 20 income. We gained 1 death gem. And then Emerald Lake also gained 10 income. So that's quite nice. Construction rituals are still cheaper. Still destroying the fort at Norville. And we've controlled some brigands out of Scaleria. And that's pretty much it for this turn. Just for the movements now. I'm moving things into position so that they are adjacent to Uruk. The guys who are sieging Norville currently are just going to move into this throne next turn. So I'm moving out some units from Shiniyama. Just some more knights. Also moving up all the mages. Moving some gems over to the sieging army. So we'll have some stuff over here. It's not a lot of stuff, but this doesn't look like the most heavily defended province ever. That might be famous last words, but we'll see how it goes. Why not? I'll send the Logreen Wiseman as well. Better safe than sorry. Same story over here. I'm moving stuff out of my cap over to Nicaea. Moving the Shaman over to Valgard. And I'm moving the army that just took the throne very slowly up towards this throne. It's going to take a while because of Storm. It's going to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4 movements. A bit unfortunate. But then I also have the big army down here that's going to move straight down and threaten some of the inland territory that Uruk holds. I mean, his capital is right here. Got another big throne here with a big fortification on it. Other little movements are just, there's some units in Kolmogor. These can be 1 raiding army. I got these guys who were just underwater. I'm going to go back underwater and go this way. So that'll be another little raiding army. I'll try to put together a few more little squads that can do some raids. I'm also going to start spending my death gems each turn to forge black bows of Botolf. I don't really know what else to do with my death gems, and I can give bows to all of my monks who would be quite good archers because of the bless that gives them extra precision. My monks don't really have much other uses at the moment. These monks are all trying to sneak through Uruk's territory. Same over here. Got lots of guys trying to scout now very quickly. That's pretty much it. I'll just check the commands. I don't think I'm doing anything else. I think I'm forging a Robe of the Sea. Yeah, with the go underwater. Some more bottles of living water just before we head out. And that's it. So a bit of a setup turn and not much else. So, thanks for watching. See you next time. Hello, welcome back. This is an interesting turn. First of all, Uruk claimed the Throne of Bureaucracy, and then AI Maragnon and the Golden Throne. And then we had lots of battles, as you can see. Uruk has attacked quite a lot of stuff. First of all, he attacked into the army that I just took the swamp fort with. I guess he just ritualed all these dudes into the province, which I didn't think he could do because, well, I didn't think anyone could do because I thought the storm would have messed up the targeting. But I guess storm only messes up the targeting of like attacks, not like teleport spells and stuff. Because these guys must have all cloud trapezed, I guess. They're all mages. This guy could have teleported. So it's a Sphinx with Fire, Astral, and Death. And then lots of A3 mages. Into my army that doesn't have any gems now, unfortunately. And all of these guys cast Air Elementals after summoning Storm Power. And that's pretty bad for me. I am not set up to defend against this currently, because all my stuff is moving forwards. So that kills all of my commanders quite quickly. You can also see that his Sphinx has done this Soul Drain spell. Creates a well of unlife on the battlefield. Every unit takes damage and heals the Sphinx. So when he starts taking damage, you start to see lots and lots of regen. As you can see. The Sphinx has also used fire to cast Phoenix Pyre on itself. So whenever it dies, it just resurrects. That's kind of a brutal combination. All my commanders are pretty much dead at this point because of the air elementals. So there's one Phoenix Pyre goes off. Sphinx is now healing very rapidly. I think it heals his fatigue as well. Yeah, because he's 0 fatigue all the time. We're routing now. This is really unfortunate because that was my kind of fairly decent little army, which has been wiped out by this Sphinx. I'll just turbo. He blows up one more time. Didn't really do much to him. He's only got 2 afflictions, and one's from the heart. So that was Swamp of Forgetting. However, there was another battle in Swamp of Forgetting because I was moving my god over to it to claim the throne. So this is also quite awkward because my god, I hadn't scripted him since when he was storming Scleria. So he's still set up with a few gems to cast Flaming Arrows and Fog Warriors. I don't think he does Flaming Arrows though, no, he's casting Iron Warriors on the first turn. On the other hand, all those Windmasters are dead and the Sphinx no longer has gems, so... Corbin does Storm Power, Sphinx does Phoenix Power. Corbin does cast Fog Warriors just on himself, putting him up to 135 fatigue. Not the best play, but... The Sphinx has Phoenix Powered itself again, but it doesn't have the Soul Drain this time. Corbin does Fire Shield. He does have some gear as well. He's got some reinvigoration from his boots. He's got a Flame Brand and a Lead Shield. Kills it once. Currently still over 100 fatigue. somehow gets the Sphinx to rout this time. It does have 30 morale. I guess because we killed all of its friends. And we didn't get an affliction from that, even though we lost half our health. So it routs. So somehow we managed to defend the throne. And because that thing just routed entirely in our territory, it is now dead. So that was Swamp Forgetting. And this was the first battle report. So as you can see, we lost pretty much everything that was there. Which is quite a shame. So we still have that province, but we don't have that army anymore. Also spotted a battle in Woodlands. This is Uruk attacking one of Maragnon's thrones with a Long Dead and Cave Grub army. Uruk has a lot of Cave Grubs, and these guys each have 13 siege strength. So yeah, these little armies he has pop open forts instantly. Looks like he's also got some Yetis. And he has lots of, maybe not with these guys. Oh, he's got his god here, okay. He has lots of Holy Three priests as well that can all claim thrones. Don't need that if you've got your god here, though. These guys walk over PD pretty easily. That was Woodlands. Looks like Magnon also moved 2 mages into, well, priests. No, they are mages. Into Woodlands and also died. 200% tax in Opry and 4 Dominion in Nessia. Construction rituals are still cheaper. And Stormwoods is open. Did I not watch this one? Oh, okay. I knew I'd missed out one of them. Yeah, so Uruk also teleported an army onto my other fort as well. The Water Throne. So this is another Cave Grub army, and this one does have a Holy Three Priest somewhere. Yep. This guy's quite good gear, actually. So this is the same sort of thing. I had some units patrolling my Water Throne. He does Growing Fury on all his dudes, which I guess is to help not rout in Dark Skies. And he also Fog Warriors them all. Yeah, so that was the army he teleported onto my Water Throne. And as you can see, it's already open because all those Cave Grubs, 60 of them with 13 siege strength each is quite a lot. So this is what the world looks like now. We can see Uruk actually has Elm's Throne already as well. So he attacked these 2 thrones this turn. He's also on this throne as well. If we look at the throne status, he currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thrones and only needs 7 to win. So if he takes Maragnon's throne and my throne, he wins the game, which is a bit unfortunate. So it's very likely he wins in 2 turns unless I can stop him taking Stormwoods somehow. I'm not sure that I can. I was gonna Cloud Trapeze my god in over here, and then I realized I can't. There's no lab here. So my god's just stuck here. I could Cloud Trapeze a bunch of mages over. I'm just gonna try Breaking Siege though. I'm pretty sure if what I learned over here was true when I asked people that Breaking Siege occurs before Storming Fort. So let's break siege with what we've got in here and then also move over all the stuff from Kemia. This isn't much. I'm just going to have everyone on God Commander. I'm going to have the Water Mages spam Water Elementals, and I'm going to have all the Mothers of Avalon just cast Charm Animal every single turn. All of those Cave Grubs are animals, so since that's mostly what his army is, they only have 7 magic resistance. If I just charm, like how many mages do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy's doing syllables of sleep. 8, 9, 10, 11. No, 10. If I charm 10 a turn, maybe that's enough to hold off his army. I really don't know. Seems like the best thing to try though. I've also tried to move on to his thrones, but I noticed this is just a palisades, but if I click fortification, you can see it's got 1100 wall integrity. So I think maybe he's cast that spell on his forts that give them additional wall strength. Forest of Gila also 1100 wall integrity. Raphabolia 1000. So I'm not sure what to do. I think it just comes down to whether or not I can drive back this army, and if I can't, I think that's it. Because he's obviously going to take this. This is just AI Maragnon. He's not going to do anything. And I can't see any way to take his thrones off him like quickly. But I am moving all these units onto this throne this turn. So if we manage to fight off this, I guess this is some sort of retaliation. And all these red arrows are just moving stuff over towards Mammoth Grove, mostly just mages because I don't have many units over here now. Just so that I can threaten this fort next turn. But yeah, looks pretty rough, guys, not gonna lie. My big stack, just gonna move through here pointlessly, I guess. Looks like he can probably like pretty easily kill this stack just with if he's got anything else like the Sphinx that can just wipe armies. That's probably gonna be a bad time for me. But you know, if the game goes on any more turns, I can move this down and try and threaten this throne, I guess. I don't know. It seems kind of I think maybe it's a bit early to do like a post-mortem, but if I had to kind of reflect, I think maybe we had kind of a rough start with that early war with Shinning Armor. And then I tried to recover as best I can. I probably should have prioritized keeping my sages safe much earlier, so that I wouldn't fall behind so much in research early on. And then we did catch up, but I then wasted a lot of time, I think, just sitting on Scleria. And the war with Scleria didn't really give me much, because there's no thrones or anything down here. And I guess then two problems I've had is I haven't really transitioned into like late game stuff very well. Next turn I would be able to start turning people into... Well, not next turn now, because no one's researching, but... When I hit Thaumaturge, I could have started turning people into worm mages, and then I could have got the royalty out sooner as well. That would have been something. Thaumaturge 8 would also give me Beast Mastery, which would be very useful now. If I could just enslave all of those cave grubs. That's a shame I don't have that. Yeah, I think too much time worrying about kind of recovering research and too much time hesitating instead of just rolling over people when I could. Probably should have attacked Uruk sooner, but starting to feel like it doesn't really matter at this point. Still got lots of gold, not sure what else to recruit those. Recruiting everything I can in this area, which is where I'm going to be moving most of my units from. Yeah, recruiting over here. Sure, let's get some of this. Why not? And I'll end turn. So thanks for watching, not looking good, but I'll see you on turn 60. Hello, welcome back. The game just turned, like, as soon as I submitted that last turn, so I've done this very quickly. I think the game might be over, guys. First of all, I claim the Throne of Misfortune, and somebody cast something. Battling the Swamp of Forgetting. So, suitable that it's the Swamp of Forgetting, because I forgot that he could still do this again. He could still send in another wave of ritual dues, so I probably should have changed the scripting on Corbin. He's still currently set to cast Flaming Arrows and Fog Warriors. Not sure it would have made much difference though. Uruk does exactly the same thing as last time, which is summon tons of air elementals, plus the Gifts of Heaven this time. And my god just kind of gets pushed around for a few turns. And dies immediately, so I don't know if it would have made much difference. Yeah. So that was the Swamp of Forgetting. Which also had the Throne of Misfortune, which is kind of quite nicely presages what's happened over the last 2 turns since I saw that throne, I guess. Eternal Expanse we attacked into. So we're now putting one of his thrones under siege. Nothing really here. So we just buff up our knights or trolls. Pretty straightforward. Also battle in Storm Woods, so we broke siege against Uruk's dudes. So the plan here, just to remind you, even though it happened about 2 seconds ago, was just to do charm animals on all these cave grubs. We also did a howl. And some syllables of sleep. That was very badly aimed. That one was slightly better. Not the greatest syllables of sleep. Then, this guy is stupid, of course. I'm not sure if that is why he started attacking, but he was certainly not scripted to do that. But we do start spamming charm animals at this point. And, we charmed a few. I'll just turbo through this. So we've lost control of the Throne of Misfortune, but we retained the Throne of Water. So that was Stormwoods. I lost some mages doing it, but... What was this throne called again? It's not water, it's oh, it is the Throne of Water, okay. I was thinking it's probably a better name than that. It's like the Throne of the Oceans or some shit. No, it's Throne of Water, okay. Spider Battle in Woods, and this is just AI Maragnon attacking into Uruk pointlessly. That's this throne is now belongs to Uruk, unfortunately. Kamia was AI Maragnon attacking into me, also not very interesting. We attacked over here with our big stack, just moving towards Uruk now. Uruk took the throne off AI Maragnon very easily. You can see there was nothing really defending it. Lots of vengeful water attacks. Really interesting event in Man. This time an imprudent Mother of Avalon inquired Morgaine the Fae on her relations with Myrddin. A quarrel ensued and the poor mother was turned into a pig. Yeah, File here was turned into a great boar. Some very interesting events triggering off these heroes. And remark, gems +5. Cation Forest, we got free lab and 10 nature gems. It's over here. Lost the Scout in Asphodel, and we have started to destroy the fort in the Eternal Expanse, but we do no damage at all to the walls, unfortunately. So, not great. We do only have a few trolls and knights here, but I thought we'd do something. So this turn, it looks like Uruk is, I mean, he's got the Amish throne, he's got the Maragnon throne. He's probably going to claim this throne as well. I think usually the play at this point when you're snatching thrones like this is you just immediately cast... there's some kind of ritual spell that just gives you a castle on a fort, and I imagine he's going to do that. But, just in case he doesn't, I do have lots of 2 mages this turn casting Cloud Trapeze. Not this one. These guys are all casting Cloud Trapeze. Some of my big mages are also casting Cloud Trapeze and Teleport. There's a few down here as well, I think. There's at least one. So we're all going to Cloud Trapeze onto Swamp of Forgetting and pretty much do... It's hard to show off the script because they're all in different provinces, but we're all going to do basically what he's been doing, which is they summon Storm Power and then spam Air Elementals. His mages in this province don't have gems now, so they can't do it, but I can. And I can also send a couple of other... I've got... at least one person is doing like Howl and stuff. It's probably one of these guys. Maybe Morgaine? No. Myrddin's doing Howl, okay. One person's just going to do Enslave Mines. Everyone else is doing some kind of elemental spam. So if this province remains unforted. I guess we'll all just land here and take it back again, but it's also possible that Uruk has capped a bunch of other thrones as well somewhere else in the world that I can't see. So this might be the last video in the series, depending on, because if the game ends now, I'll just I'll tag turn 61 into the end of this video. But other than that, yeah, just moving this army now onto Forest of Gilead. We'll try and storm that if we're still in the game. I don't really know what else to do. We lost our god, which means we lost all of our globals as well. Could put some kind of global up. I don't know if it'll help, but yep. And I'm moving this big stack in towards this. This is the nearest Urukian throne, so we'll try grabbing that. And that's it for this turn, I guess. Not really sure what else to be doing. Just trying to take this back. These guys are just researching. I could be like patrolling here, but I'll just do the same thing I just did last turn if he attacks it again, I guess. I can put the province defense up though, I suppose. Why not? 25, let's go nuts. It's the end of days. So thanks for watching. That was turn 60. Possible congratulations to Uruk. And I'll see you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. Uruk unfortunately claimed 2 thrones this turn. And we did some stuff that didn't work. Swamp of Forgetting. We did manage to teleport our stuff in, but there is a fort here automatically. So I guess he cast the Wizard Tower or whatever it is. A couple of other things. We started attacking Forest and Gilead with that other little army that we had moving out from my cap area. I can't believe how badly that went. I didn't actually watch. I don't think I actually scripted that army. I think I just let them walk in and do whatever. Well, I guess I needed to put on 1 turn of buffs to protect from arrows or something. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we started sieging Forest of Gilead, but that one also we couldn't damage. So we couldn't damage either of Uruk's forts that we were sieging. And not much else really to say. Uruk has successfully ascended. And we got a new hero in the Hall of Fame, who is now dead. Congratulations to a subscription to Trains Weekly. So that's the end of Sligo. Thanks for watching, guys. The guy playing Uruk, named Arkvasti, actually did his own little write-up of this game. So I'll put a link to that in the description below if you want to read it. It's got screenshots and stuff. It's hosted on the Let's Play archive. So you can go and read the game from his perspective if you'd like. He also has graphs. So I might bring up the graph images. Let's start doing that. I'll try and put them up on the screen along with my voice. So let's see. We have provinces first of all. We were pretty much the biggest player in the game for most of the game. There were a few moments when Bandar and Uruk were larger than us, but after we started our war with Scalaria, looks like we were always pretty big. I didn't realise I was that much bigger than everyone else, but I also didn't realise Bandar Log was that large either. Next we have forts. We were also pretty much just keeping pace with Uruk the whole game. Uruk mentions that the big sort of spikes at the end were just him putting up lots of wizard towers and stuff all over the place. Income next, and we were far and away ahead of everybody else. I mean, we were large and we had very, very good scales, so it's probably to be expected. Yeah, not really much else to say about income. I guess it is surprising I was that much further ahead of everybody, but maybe nobody else had very good scales. Gem income next. I'm surprised at how much gem income Uruk has. I mean, we spent the whole game site searching manually, and then later on we also switched to remotely site searching, and we didn't really generate anywhere near that. We even had a 10 gem global up for the whole game. So that's pretty incredible. Uruk must have had tons and tons and tons of gems. Researcher next. I kind of expected to be behind. I guess I'm not that far behind though. It's just that Uruk and I think that large blue line is Ulm are just so far ahead of everybody else. I mean, at the end of the day, I suppose that's just down to me having drain scales, really. But looks like I was quite far behind in the very early stages of the game until past the midway point, actually, because I know that I did have difficulty getting my research up and running. But we ended up in a position that I think is fair enough for where we were in the game. Just nowhere near Uruk and Ulm. Dominion was a very nice one for us. We did have a temple in every single province. And we were starting to squeeze out other people's Dominion, even Uruk's. It was possible for us to attack into Uruk. And without getting attacked by too many vengeful water things. But that didn't really seem to do much in the end. It would have been nice to get up some different globals that would have taken advantage of this Dominion. It would have been really nice to have Galegate and Vengeful Water. That would have been really cool. But still. Army size, again, I didn't expect to be that far ahead of people. I guess it makes sense because of all the gold we had, but I don't know, it felt like we only really had one army for the whole game. Maybe I just wasn't using my troops effectively enough. They were just kind of balled up for a lot of the game, and a lot of them were longbows as well, which weren't very useful once Storm went up, I don't think. Yep, not much else to say really. I guess it's nice that we were still quite far ahead in army right up to the end, so maybe we could have done something in a conventional war. But I don't think we were going to get any conventional fights out of Uruk. I think it was going to be lots of weird ritual stuff. And then the last one is Ascension points. Yeah. Uruk obviously saw the opportunity to win at that point when he starts gaining thrones, and then very, very quickly won. I didn't expect anyone to be trying to win that early. It's only turn, what, 61? That's quite early in a game. We're nowhere near the Cataclysm. Yeah, so that's pretty impressive. Yeah. So that's that, guys. Thanks for watching. We did okay. I think, like I already said, I think some of the mistakes we made the early stages of the game were not correct. The early war with Shiniyama was difficult. That really set us back on research for a while. And I think maybe the wars that I sort of had, the wars with Shinyu and Scleria, didn't really give me much. Like I ended up with a lot of territory, but not really many thrones. It might have been a mistake to put all the domes on my cap as well and not my thrones, but again, I didn't expect people to be making throne lunges that early in the game, because it's only turn 61. I did have, I can't remember now which one it was. I did have either Storm, I did have either a Forest or Frost Dome over Stormwoods. I probably should have put the other one up that wasn't over it. And other than that, yeah, I think I just maybe hesitated a bit too much. I should have tried to kill Scleria a bit more quickly. It was interesting to read in Arkvasti's write-up of the game that apparently Bandolog was betraying me. And telling him that I was going to attack him, and telling him, yeah, he's just building up forces on Flagra's fort to attack you. But turns out I wouldn't have done anything because I couldn't hurt those walls anyway. So thanks, Bandolog. I think Bandolog was suspicious of me because I won the last game we were in. But Uruk just crushed both of us. So thanks for watching. See you next time.